welcome you to Sovereign Soul Foundations. My name is Dhyāna Kluth. I'm a psychospiritual metaphysician, a life coach, minister, and therapist. And when I thought about what to do, this one came to me. And I thought at first, no, this is too simple. However, sometimes, as many of my teachers have shared with me, what is very simple and subtle can have the most profound shifts. And these simple tools are also what will lay a foundation for all the big work that great or subtle work that you may be doing, either to recover from trauma or even just find your balance after life threw you off course. You know, even falling off a bicycle sometimes can get your nervous system in a state and cause a little bit of a rift that leaves you ungrounded. So this is going to leave you grounded and connected to yourself. So I'll be going over some tools to get you grounded, get you connected with that primal innocence of your sovereign essence of who you are. All those facets, all those parts that may have become separated by unhinging experiences, great or small, and to illuminate that those aspects of yourself that are part of your sensual organic experience, and bring pleasure into your lived experience when we are fully connected to all those parts. And so just being sure to breathe whenever some of this work, even a simple thing, can pull at a thread that might make you feel nervous, might get your heart beating. Just breathe. Just breathe in those moments and stay with me. You are held, you are guided in safe hands here. I am very good at what I do. How I like to begin my sessions, whether working in a one-on-one session or in a group, a community, or sacred ceremony, is by first and foremost connecting to my breath, connecting to my heart, my womb, dropping in. And I invite you to do this too. Just on the currents of your breath, allow yourself to become present, fully present, and shed anything that you have on your mind, what you came from in your day, what you're carrying on your shoulders in your life, just to be here now in this moment. And as you breathe down through that heart space, you may feel some sensations, some emotions, some memories, just acknowledging the presence of what is as you breathe down into this space. And down again, deeper on the currents, taking another deep breath down into your womb, or your hara for all the men who may be joining us, or that lower dantian, that space of creative birthing potential for anyone with or without a womb, whether you still have a womb or not. This seat of creativity, the second chakra area. So breathing here, I'd like to invite you to listen, to be present with what is here, that inner wisdom, that voice. And feel yourself on the currents of your breath again, this descending flow, being grounded and connecting to the earth. You can imagine roots growing down out the base of your seat, your perineum, down also through the chakras in your feet, connecting to this sacred earth below you. And very simply, I could make this a very long meditation, grounding meditation, but I want to invite you also to draw on these currents of breath, imagining water cascading down through your crown to nourish your roots. Together we are co-creating this space for our work together. And what I'd like to do next is co-create that sacred space and call in, remembering our connection to that earth, call in all the ancestors of the lands wherever you are living, whatever earth is nurturing you and your family, your body, what feeds you, honoring all the ancestors who cared for those lands before us. And inviting all the ancestors also of your lineages, all my ancestors on my father's side, all the Celtic wisdom keepers, all the Irish and Scottish and Welsh, and all the ones I don't know, and all the, my mother's side, all my Filipino ancestors, my African ancestors, the places where they migrated from, and to drawing upon all the wisdom of the benevolent ancestors, yours and mine, all our benevolent guides, and all the healing hands to hold this circle, because we, even in pulling a small thread, choosing to work with a little simple thing, we call upon this support, and we, in this sacred circle, we hold all of you who are present here to do this work inside this womb space, this container for healing and sharing simple tools to move through your beautiful life in a beautiful, good way. So throw in your thoughts and prayers, your invocations into this opening of sacred space, all the elemental beings, the dragons of creation that live within us, the elements that we are made from and that we move with, that animate our spirit, and all the cosmic beings, the stars that we come from, all the crystal beings in the earth that hold so much wisdom and experience, that transmit healing and guidance for us all. So setting your intention in this moment, taking a deep breath and resting here. I've been weaving with trust. That's what comes to mind. Trust in the unfolding, the way life unfolds. So as we tune in to, once again, your lower dantian, your womb, I invite you to listen for what your focus is today. And I invite you to be an observer, paying attention to this part of the body, focusing on what is present within your body now, in this moment. So as an observer, I invite you to scan. You can do an internal scan from head to toe. So scanning, and I'll just guide you briefly, or you can draw yourself to whatever is drawing your attention, but through your head, your crown, sensation around your eyes, all that musculature, your jaw, the back of your head, the neck, how you breathe, the expanse of your rib cage, your back body, shoulders, arms, the heart, the solar plexus right below the heart, nestled at the base of the rib cage. Notice, without judgment, without trying to change anything, just notice what is present. Notice any sensations in your hips, in your thighs, knees, your lower back, your sacrum, calves, shins, ankles, feet, toes, hands. Very often, years and years ago, I would be on the train, subway train in New York City, thinking, and I'd catch myself and my thumb is sticking straight up in the air. The mind, the body holds the tension of the mind creates tension in the body. So noticing where you are now. And with this, hold this without judgment. Remember your feet are rooted, grounded, and connected, feeling that connection to spirit. Allow yourself to look more closely at this feeling, this sensation, this word or image or memory. Notice the quality. Is it thick? Is it heavy? Is it sticky? And now ask yourself if you have felt this before. Notice when maybe the earliest experience of this sensation or experience of what you're observing now occurred, and trust the age that comes. Trust the age that presents itself in answer to your intention to know. And so this is the part where you get to develop a relationship with that part of yourself that maybe had an unmet need or is agitated or angered or frightened by something and didn't have a voice to express it. And that part lives in your body. We are the sum of all our parts that we ever were. I'm an infant, I'm a 2-year-old, I'm a 3-year-old, and 15-year-old, and thank goodness, because that life force energy is what we call upon to be present with us in all those moments of joy. But maybe that nervous 8-year-old doesn't need to, go to work with you or, cook for the kids and take on responsibilities where they'd rather go play. So we're going to invite that part of you to connect with you and that part of you to go to their favorite place to play, their safe place. And if this is a very young part, I know up until 4 or something, if I think about what might have been a safe place for me, there really was none, so you can make up one. And one that I went to, I accessed down from a place I visited in Ireland, and went down these wishing steps. And when I go down those wishing steps, I still use that portal sometimes. I go to this landscape that is beautiful, a place in nature. There's a lake and waterfall, eagle nests up high on the cliff, and all my parts are there with all of their power animals and my future self. And so this can be an imaginal place. Trust where you want to go. Some clients have loved a little nook in a closet with their crayons. So whatever is your place of peace in this moment, and it can change. For you, it may be feeling the sun beating down on you and the sound of the ocean lapping at your feet. For other people, that might be terrifying, and they might feel safer somewhere else. So take a moment and invite your part of yourself into this beautiful sanctuary, and see yourself having fun. And if this is something that is less easy for this particular part, if there's trauma around this particular part that you're connecting with, this inner child, then simply be okay with being present and letting that part of you know that you are present for them. And honor the level of their ability to connect with you. You can reach out a hand, and if they don't take it, honoring that can be a big healing for them, because maybe that part was never, that sovereign authority was never honored. So you get to give that gift to yourself right now. So breathing, anchor a commitment within you to continue developing this relationship. See yourself maybe laughing or running or on a swing. Do something else really fun with yourself right now in this imaginal space, this memory place. You hear kids hollering with laughter outside. Allow this energy to filter in, this joy. If you're distracted by anything, if you're in your own environment, just allow that to flow through you. Return to your breath. And let this part of you know that you are making this commitment to show up for them, to remother that part, and to meet their need. So this can be a longer journey, or it can be a very quick touchstone that you do. And when it's time to return, you just let them know that it's time for you to leave now. But you remind them that you will be able to visit them anytime, that they can call upon you anytime they need you. And affirm that you will check in with them, especially before going to work or before going to do something that requires your adult self to be present and your inner younger parts to be safe. So tune in to the message you'd like to leave them with. Breathing. Be sure you connect with them, and be sure they understand that you carry them in your heart and that you are never far away. And that for now, maybe even ask them where they would like to be right now, where they would like to remain, and see that they are comfortable, that they have their needs met. And then return here now. Taking a deep breath, maybe rubbing your hands, wiggling your toes and fingers, and fluttering your eyes open. Take a deep breath and take in your surroundings. Bless. Giving voice, or written word in this case, empowers and amplifies your voice. It augments the medicine that you embodied in this practice. You are witnessed and you are held by spirit. And just Another word that's coming through is gratitude. Gratitude, gratitude for you showing up for yourself. Gratitude for all the helping hands, the energies, the benevolent energies of your ancestors and loved ones, your guides who walk with you, your angels, all the helping hands that held this unconditionally loving womb container for little magic to happen. And I invite you to remember to practice this and return to connect and develop that relationship with your parts and have really gentle, unconditional love for those moments where either your trauma is showing up or just a nervous inner child that needs that extra attention. So slow down and nurture yourself with even a breath and an acknowledgement of that part, acknowledgement of what a sensation you might feel in your body, and ground and anchor your experience in this life in being present this way without judgment. There's no having to do or fix or change something that maybe you don't like about yourself or how you're feeling or how you're being, in just the witnessing, in just the breathing with yourself as you are. Energy is going to shift, and it's going to honor that sometimes the energy or what you're feeling needs to move slowly. You know, someone else might have a catalyzing experience and move really fast through life. That's their journey. You might have an experience where things take longer to process, or whether you've had more or less trauma or no trauma, it just is the way it is, and it's okay. When you unconditionally love and accept this, you are able to bring those pieces, just like Isis gathering up those pieces into wholeness. And then after you do that, you realize that that wholeness is an illusion. We are energy, spirit embodying these forms, and we get to dream and manifest and co-create this beautiful life together. When we are that present and that loving of ourselves, imagine the beauty that we can birth. So that is the purpose for in my mind, for our evolutionary work, is to end the repeating cycles of abuse and oppression and to do something different. And it can feel scary to go against the grain that way, especially when it might come up against family beliefs, cultural beliefs, dynamics in your community or at home, and so connect and honor your experience as you are. Liberate your magic. And you know, when you breathe down into that heart and that womb space, that fire you feel, that light is your soul fire. And so your presence there with that witnessing of the self is oxygen for your soul fire. You're igniting your soul fire and then blessing the world with your light. So thank you for showing up for today and every day. Learning, always learning, and I am grateful for it. So I close this beautiful space. I thank you, all who showed up live and all who will be watching the replay. Whew, thank you for all your spirit, all your energy, all your ancestors, angels, guides, for sharing this beautiful incarnation with us on this planet and weaving beauty into the world we want to create and imagine. Thank you. Thank you to all our ancestors. Thank you to this beautiful earth. Thank you to all of creation and the mother that birthed all, the mother, father that birthed us all. Thank you. I want to invite you to take a look at my website, dhyanahealing.com. I have I have so many tools to share that I also have an apprenticeship that teaches Eastern and Western healing modalities of all kinds, from involving hypnosis work, Gnosticism, channeling, reparenting, intuitive work, Gestalt psychology, meditation practice, Seiki and Reiki, body psychotherapy, mindfulness, spiritual mediumship, yeah, different kinds of psychology, analytical, different kinds of body knowing, Alexander technique, clearing, energy clearing, folk herbalism. I'm a clinical herbalist in training now. Gestalt therapy, developmental psychology, womb awakening, mysticism training, process-oriented psychology, chakra clearing and balancing, Buddhist psychology, the science of experience, and more of that exciting science that is at the forefront now, connecting religion, science, spirituality, metaphysics, Jungian and analytical psychology, dream interpretation, all of this, and process-oriented psychology, world work. It's all connected, and I'm continuously learning also different indigenous medicines from my own lineages, as well as others that Spirit put on my path in this life. And they're all facets of the same multidimensional, metaphysical multiverse we live in. And these tools are wanting to be used to heal the planet, to heal our ancestors, to heal the mother wound, sister wound, father wound, to dismantle systems of oppression and create a new system, new ways of parenting, new ways of working, new ways of co-creating. And we'll see where that takes us in the future. I hope to come back and be the eyes of my grandchildren and see what we have catalyzed with our own inner work here. So thank you. I will close with that, and with so much gratitude and blessings on your path, on your journey. Reach out to me, and I will follow up and connect with you as well. Connect inward, listen to your womb wisdom, your hara knowing, and connect with what you need now. Give yourself what you need now.